So, the news that we have been dreading bringing to you has unfortunately been announced, and that news is that, well, the first T20I that a lot of you were looking forward to between India and South Africa has in fact been called off due to rain. In fact, it has been called off without even the toss happening. So incessant were the rains today at Kingsmead in Durban that you couldn't even have a toss at one point. And truth be told, you could have probably seen it coming if you were keeping a track of the live visuals, hoping that maybe you'd get some sort of a positive update, maybe something on when a 5 over game would be possible, or the rain stopping. You got nothing. You got nothing whatsoever. All you got were shots of the players in the dressing room and kind of looking outside. There was no movement among them whatsoever, which is often telling. You'll see with certain players, sometimes even when the rain's just about to stop, they'll kind of go out onto the pitch, they'll go out on the field, they'll maybe start their drills, walk around a bit. You saw none of that. You saw the only visuals you saw were the players kind of going around and just in the dressing room looking. There was no sign whatsoever of the rain stopping. The only movement you saw on the field, well, that was in fact from the umpires. The umpires were out there on a couple of occasions, but well, it was never going to be likely considering just how incessant the rain was. And in fact, as we said, the rain didn't even stop. So you never had even a hope, let's say, of this particular match, even having a shortened game, a truncated 5 over aside, nothing of the sort. You were always actually, once you entered, say, 8:30, 8:45 types of Indian Standard Time, you knew that it was always going to be very, very unlikely that you were going to get things ready, because again, it's not just about the rain stopping, it's about getting the ground ready, it's about ensuring that the conditions are safe. None of that was even going to be possible because, as we said, the rain unfortunately just didn't stop. So that was unfortunate, and it's also a bit of a blow, really, if you look at it for both teams. Again, there's not going to be a ton of T20I cricket that will be played in the build up to the ICC World Cup, which of course starts later on next year. But India now officially only have six, or before this game, had only six T20Is that they would be playing going into the T20 World Cup. You can chalk one of those off now, it's only going to be five. But in case you're wondering whether or not the weather forecast is good for the rest of the series, well, I have some bad news for you. Even in the second T20I, there is a little bit of a threat as far as rain is concerned. Yeah, we weren't actually hopeful that, or we weren't expecting, let's say, that coming to a South Africa series and you would be doing weather tracking the way we did it in, let's say, the Asia Cup, where I don't think the game went by where you weren't actually hoping of the rain stopping, or you weren't tapping in on local knowledge to try and figure out how exactly it is that the rain was going to stop, how much game time you were going to get. I don't think any of us expected that to be the case come the South Africa series. Unfortunately, that is exactly what's happened. So the breaking news again for those of you who are just joining us, yes, the dreaded news has been confirmed. The India-South Africa first T20I has been called off without even a ball being bowled, which is again a bit of a disappointment considering it's a Sunday. You were expecting that you'd get some good cricket action. Again, T20Is is definitely the format that is the flavor of the next few months, really, as far as the cricketing world is concerned. Because again, you've got a T20 World Cup coming up in June, July. So you would expect now that a lot of teams would switch their focus, look to focus on the shortest format of the game, with ODIs now done and dusted. Unfortunately, that's not really the case, and it is very, very disappointing because again, that India are going to into a new direction with this young team, and they're trying to be bold, trying to play bolder cricket, more aggressive, attacking-minded cricket with a bunch of new kids in the sense they're not necessarily youngsters, but young in terms of international experience or lack thereof. You would have wanted or hoped that some of these guys could have gotten a bit of a run out, really, but unfortunately, not meant to be this time around at Kingsmead in Durban. Now, the second game is going to be, you don't have to wait that long for the second game. It is in fact only in a couple of days' time. So the schedule is such that you're playing on 10th, you were playing on 10th. That's not going to be the case anymore. Then you're playing on 12th and then 14th. So again, there was three matches all in the space of 6 days. One match has been washed out, second is in a couple of days, but as I said, even for there, it's St George's Park, that's the cricket stadium where the match will be played. There is in fact a rain threat in that particular area, so not very promising when you're looking at, let's say, how it is you'd expect this tour to build up. But let's see, maybe the rain threat abates by then. We don't really know. All you'd hope is that you do get to see a little bit more cricketing action than you did today. So that's the breaking news update for you guys. No action in the first T20I, and again, very disappointing, but can't be helped. The rain was so incessant that there was, before the game, we had predicted 20% rain chance. Unfortunately, that 20% area where the rain was going to be just happened to be in and around where the cricket stadium was. So, no play possible, toss not even possible. The game has been abandoned as things stand. So, two more T20Is. We'll see how those go up, or if they can even happen, because again, as I said, it's a rain threat going on even for the second game, but we'll take that one as it comes. For now though, I'll take your leave, but thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, if you enjoy our work, please don't forget, like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell so you know when we're going live or uploading a new video. You can leave us a comment as well, tell us how disappointed you are. I'm sure you'd be frustrated as well. You can also go ahead, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the AajTak app as well. And well, if you're already on the channel, you can go ahead, you can check out some other videos we've done, because again, plenty of time now. The match would have been going on, but no match right now though. From my side, it's goodbye and good night.